This video covers section 3.6, parallel and perpendicular lines. Objective 4, find the equation of a line perpendicular to a given line. Example 5, find the equation of the line that contains the point -4, 3 and is perpendicular to the line y equal to 2x plus 1. Write the equation in slope-intercept form. When we are asked to find the equation of the line, we appeal to the point-slope form for the equation of a line. We have our point, x1 equal to -4 and y1 equal to 3. We need our slope. It says that it is to be perpendicular to this line, and so we need to know the slope of this line because the line that we're going to make has to have a slope that's the negative reciprocal of the slope of this line. This line has a slope of 2, so we use the negative reciprocal for the slope of our line. And if m equals 2, the negative reciprocal of that is -1/2. We look to the line that was given, y equal 2x plus 1. Its slope is 2. So we use a slope that's the negative reciprocal of that. The negative reciprocal of 2 over 1 is -1 over 2. So now we're ready to make our line y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. The two negatives make a positive, x plus 4. And now we write it in slope-intercept form. We have to distribute the -1/2 across. -1/2 times x is -1/2 x, and -1/2 times 4 is -2. Finishing these off in slope-intercept form, we have to add 3 to both sides. And I get y is equal to -1/2 x plus 1. Just want to double check that it goes through the point -4, 3. So I plug in x equal to -4. Y equals -1/2 times -4 over 1 plus 1. 2 goes into 2 once, into 4 twice. -1 times -2 is 2 plus 1, which is 3. So it in fact works. So we get y equal -1/2 x plus 1. Practice 2 is for you to try. I encourage you to press pause on your video and work this problem out. Remember, you're going to need to make it perpendicular to the line 2x plus 3y equals 3. So go ahead and solve for y and write in y equals mx plus b so you can see what the slope of this line is. Then use the negative reciprocal for your line or our line. So please press pause on your video, work this out, and come back when you're ready to see the solution. Okay, now that you've had a chance to work this out, we have our point given for point slope form. We have our point given as x1 equal to -2 and y1 equal to -1. We don't know what our slope is yet, but we'll find that by writing 2x plus 3y equal 3 in slope-intercept form. It needs to be perpendicular to this line, so once we find its slope, we'll take the negative reciprocal. We achieve this by subtracting 2x from both sides, and we get 3y equals -2x plus 3. Solving for y, we divide by 3. And we get y equals negative 2/3 x plus 1. This line has a slope that's negative 2/3. So we use the negative reciprocal. Negative 2/3 has a negative reciprocal of 3/2. Change the sign, negative to positive, and reverse the numerator and denominator to 3/2. Now we're ready to make our line. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Y minus a negative 1 is y plus 1. 3/2 times x plus 2. Writing it in slope-intercept form requires us to clear the parentheses. We distribute the 3/2 to the x first, and then the 3/2 to the 2/1. The 2's cancel, and we're left with 3. One last step, we subtract 1 from both sides and get y equals 3/2 x plus 2. We want to check that this goes through the point negative 2, negative 1, so we plug in x equal to negative 2. Y equals 3/2 times negative 2/1 plus 2. 2 cancels the 2, we're left with negative 1. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3, plus 2, which is negative 1. So it is the correct line. Example 6. Find the equation of the line that contains the point negative 4, 2 and is perpendicular to the line y equal to negative 3. Any of these problems that have horizontal or vertical lines in them, I always start by graphing them to see what's going on. We want our line to pass through negative 4, 2, but it has to be perpendicular to y equal to negative 3. There's the graph of y equal negative 3. To be perpendicular to a horizontal line, our line then needs to be vertical. So we're looking for a line that is vertical that passes through negative 4, 2. So let me say this again. We're finding the equation of a line that contains this point, but it needs to be perpendicular to y equal negative 3. Y equal negative 3 is a horizontal line, and we want our line to be perpendicular to that line. So our line that we're looking for needs to be vertical, and it needs to pass through negative 4, 2. So again, I appeal to the mnemonic device VOOCS, which says vertical lines, their slopes are undefined, but more importantly, their equations are always x equals a number. And if you go to this line that we're trying to find and look at any point on that line, you will see that x must be negative 4. So we have found the equation of the vertical line through negative 4, 2. This vertical line is perpendicular to the line y equal negative 3 and passes through the point negative 4, 2. This concludes the video for section 3.6, parallel and perpendicular lines. Objective 4, find the equation of a line perpendicular to a given line.